Hello everyone, Amod here from Retry Common YouTube channel, and today we are going to learn an important concept of race assured. Many guys have asked me like how to implement retry logic in race assured. So there is nothing new or this is not a new problem, and whatever retry mechanism you can apply using your TSNG framework, or if you're using a Spring Boot, so there also you have some retry mechanism. And if nothing works for you, then you can easily go for loop. So but those mechanism is if you see TSNG retry analyzer, that is like little easier compared to Spring Boot and for loop and all, because there are some difficulties to manage. Okay, manage the test. So in this video I am going to explain you in a library called Awaitility. Okay, and we can see how we can leverage the advantage of this utility in our race assured framework. Okay, and it's not like that you can use with race assured only, you can use it in your Selenium as well. And when I write the syntax, you can understand like this is similar to some concept in Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so we'll see that in this video. But before that, let's understand why we need something called retry. So suppose we have a we have an API to create a booking, and suppose sometime what happens, be due to some server issue or due to some intermittent problems, your booking is not created successfully, or it requires 2-3 times to get the booking done. Or suppose you have hit the API successfully, but obviously it needs to create entries in different tables and different APIs, means you need to call. This is a time consuming process. So maybe when you create the booking, if you go to, or if you call the get booking API immediately, so you might find that it's not returning the values, it's not returning the booking details. Why? Because create booking is still working, okay, internally, and the entries are not getting database. So when you're calling any API which fetch the data from database, it doesn't find that entry. Okay, so here if you think that like sync up issue is there. Okay, means ideally when the create booking is successful, then only you should go for get booking. Okay, so there is something called async programming. Okay, so async programming means you must have a heard of synchronous programming. So in layman terms, synchronous programming is something, it executes one by one. Okay, suppose you are calling two methods one after another, until unless your first method completes execution, it will not go for second method. Okay, but if you have some asynchronous programming, in that it will not wait for other methods to get completed. Okay, there will be one main thread, and in that thread multiple methods will be called in different threads, and once the methods execution is completed, they will do some callback. So that is different programming language, but yeah, this is the basic concept of synchronous and asynchronous programming. Okay, so we understood the problem statement, and in the nutshell we need to apply retry. Okay, retry logic, and that retry logic will use the new library called Awaitility. So I have created one main project. In the form.xml, I have simply added the latest dependency of race assured, and we have our example API for this video is RESTful Booker, and in the RESTful Booker we have one API called create booking. Okay, let me go to API docs, and we can see it is create booking. So I want to apply, or I want to implement retry logic till we get a proper booking ID. Okay, and because of some reason the API call fails, and it is not getting the booking, and it might return some incorrect booking IDs and all. Okay, not incorrect booking ID, maybe incorrect status. Okay, in real time it is failing with some server issues, or server is down or something. But I want I want a valid booking ID, so I need to retry till I get a proper booking ID. That is my goal. So let me write a very simple REST assured code where I will apply for the create booking. So here is class and I will name it as create booking. Okay, and let me create a method like public void create booking. Okay, so I'm not parameterizing as of now, so REST assured. Okay, then we have given, and I will have like body. Okay, so I simply copy this body here. Okay, and I am pasting it here, and then I need to pass the content type, so it will content type will be a JSON. Okay, and then I need to do post. Okay, and what is the URL? This is the endpoint or API, so I am passing it here. So what I want to do, this is my like utility where I am doing a create booking, and I am going to write some test cases. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create another class called create booking test. So I've created this class, and suppose I don't know any other detailed logic like TSNG, or I'm not using TSNG, and also as a layman, what I am going to do, I am going to apply a for loop. So let me apply a for loop here. So what I'll do, I will create a main method. Okay, I don't have TSNG dependency as of now here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a for loop int I equal to 0, I less than, suppose I want to type 5 times. Okay, then I plus plus. So what I am going to do, because I cannot manipulate the what you call that expected call, I cannot bring the server down or up. So what I am going to do here, I am going to implement some logic in which it will go and create the booking, and sometime when the condition not matching, it will not get the booking. So for that, what I will do, I will going to generate one random number, and I will generate a random number between like suppose 1 to 50. Okay, so this is a very simple formula to generate the random number using the method random, and here I will pass 50. Okay, so this is like, so what it is going to do, it will give me one integer number between 1 to 50, and I am putting one condition, if random number is even number. Okay, even number, then only create the booking, else no, no. So what I am going to do here, I am going to put one return type, and what will happen this time, if it is successful, okay, if this is successful, then I am going to return the response code. Okay, status code. And if it is not, then I will simply return 0. Okay, so let me put the return statement here, and I will also put one logger like this out, booking creating. Okay, and here when it's not even number, it will simply print booking creation failed. Okay, so simply I am manipulating the API call. If this number is an even number, then only this booking will be created, else it will print booking creation failed. So in the retry logic, what I am going to put, I am going to call the create booking 5 times, and I need to retry until we are getting 200. Why? Because create booking API on successful, it will give you 200, I think. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, in the if loop, if create booking, let me put this as a static method so that no need to create an object. So create booking dot create booking equal to 200. Okay, if 200 then break. So logic is simple. I am creating the booking. I am calling the create booking API maximum for 5 times. Okay, and if the status 200 then break it. Okay, simple for loop. So let me run this program and let's see the output. So obviously it should in the worst case should try 5 times, but you can see first time it got failed and it is second time it created the booking. So this is like you can also put some thread.sleep, like suppose if server is temporarily down, so you can put a sleep here and sleep up 2 seconds, so you can retry. Okay, so this is like a simple code or simple logic to add a retry logic, okay, using the for loop. But we have some better way, and that better way we can achieve via library called Awaitility. So for that we need to add that dependency. So let me go to Maven Central Repo and go here and type await. Okay, if you have worked on JavaScript then you must have heard this word, and it's called Awaitility. The first one, okay, is Java DSL for synchronizing asynchronous operation. So this particular DSL is useful for so many things, okay, but we are going to focus only how can we use in our REST assured. If you want you can read the documentation of this one and they have explained it very nicely. Simply you need to go and copy the dependency and put under the pom.xml. Okay, so as soon as you save it, automatically it will download the dependency. Let's rewrite the same thing whatever we have done in for loop in simple word or simple coding or more readable during the Awaitility. So I am going to comment this out. So we have a class called Awaitility, and here we have so many static methods, you can see, right? So simple, first we need to call await, then like we have given. So same thing, first thing you need to call await method. Then you need to say that for how long you want to try. At most is the method here. Okay, there are so many methods you can use, but at most means how for how many time, or not times, for how much seconds you want to try. Okay, or what is the time span. It's you can compare or you can think about the WebDriver wait. It's like very much similar to that. Okay, syntax wise. So I am putting duration dot of seconds. I want to try for maximum 30 seconds, and I want some interval as well. I don't want to hit again and again continuously, but I want if it is failing then wait for some seconds. So for that we have called poll interval. Okay, like polling in the WebDriver wait. So poll interval, what I want, duration, if it is failing then wait for 2 seconds. Wait for 2 seconds. Then we have a method called until. Okay, similar method like WebDriver wait. Here we are going to use lambda expressions or lambda functions. So if you are not aware of lambda, so please go and watch some video, because that's very simple, and I'm going to write also very simple code here so that you will not feel so much difficulties to understand here. And even I have planned to cover some part of lambda, and let's see when I can work on that. So since I'm not passing any argument, so use the lambda operator here, and let me call the method create booking dot create booking is the class and the create booking is the method. Okay, what I am saying that it's saying that this one. So first thing you need to call await, okay, so that you can call some dependent methods. Okay, then it's called at most, means how much time you want to, for how much time you want to try. So I want to try for 30 seconds. If it is failing, then wait for 2 seconds and then retry. It means for every retry we are going to have 2 seconds interval. When you need to exit, or when what is the exit criteria? until. Okay, that is the exact category I going to mention here. This is like lambda in Java, right? So this is like lambda operator here. Okay, lambda function thing. So I'm calling this method. So we know that create booking returning you one int. Okay, integer, this is returning one integer value here. Okay, and what I'm saying that until it is 200, try it. Get booking equal to 200. So until unless you don't get 200, it will not stop, and it will keep retrying with the interval of 2 seconds, maximum for 30 seconds. So let me run this program and let me see what is the output. Okay, so it's we are lucky, and first time only we got the booking creation. So let me run it again, booking creating. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to print the random number as well, so that we can see if it is our logic is correct or not. Okay, let me go and run the test case again. Okay, we can see we got 13, it failed, we waited for some 2 seconds, then 37 we got, again booking creation failed because this is not the even number, and then we got 20 seconds, which is an even number, and booking created successfully, right? So this is the way we can apply or use the retry mechanism with the race assured using the awaitility. Now let's do some different ways of using it as well. Suppose your create booking is here, it's not taking any parameter, but there's possibility that it takes some parameter. So for that, suppose what I'm going to do, I'm going to parameterize the URL only. Okay, not many things, but URL will be parameterized. Okay, and here I'm simply copy it, or okay, let it be. What I'm going to do, I will just overload this method. Okay, because when I share this program, so you people can check it out. Okay, so I'm going to add one parameter called string URL, and this URL will be passed here. Okay, now we'll see how can we use the awaitility, or how can we use this method call in until method. Okay, because whatever we use here, that is like there's no arguments. So I'm going to comment this one. Okay, and I will put it here. So let me declare a variable called string URL, and I will copy the URL from here again. So passing the argument is simple. Nothing you need to do special. Just pass the URL here. Okay. See how easily we can create. How easily we can pass the arguments to our method using in this until. No need to do any specific thing. Okay. Let me run and see the output. Okay. So 47 booking failed, 9 booking creation failed, 13 and again failing, 48. Okay, 40 is an even number, and this time booking creation is successful. So yeah, so this was calling my second method. Now suppose you want you need to keep retrying, and once the booking creation is successful, then whatever response we are getting, that you need to save. Okay, so that you can use that response for other APIs, like for suppose get booking APIs. Okay, so how to do that one? So suppose here I am going to again overload this method. Okay, and this time I am going to pass one body as well. Okay, simply I am creating overload event here, so I am passing the body. Okay, and this time I'm not going to return the int because I need the response. So what I'm going to do, response. Okay, and so after calling the post method, we'll get the response, and that will be returned. And here I will put the null. Okay, Anyway, return null is not a good option, so you need to be careful on that. And I need to import this from the recessive. What is my requirement? After retrying, once the booking is successful, give me the response, because I want to use that in another APIs. So for that also nothing to do a special thing. You just need to change some coding. So what I'm going to do, again I need the URL. Okay, I will copy this. Okay, and since this time I'm passing the body as well. Okay, so let me copy body from here, or let me copy it from here properly. Okay, done. Now let me copy the same code here. And I will create a variable at the global level, like public, let me put static only, response. Okay, so we have a variable response, type response. Then here, since I cannot put this assertion because it is not returning response code anymore, so we need to write some logic here. So for that we need to write multiple lines here. So for writing multiple lines in lambda, you just need to put the curly braces. Okay, so that you can write multiple statement. And this will be response, because create booking URL and body will return me a response. Okay, response object. So I am storing in the response variable which I created on top at the class level, or global variable you can say. Okay, now I am going to have something. If you want, let me write simple if thing. If response dot status code equal to 200, okay, then return true, else return false. Okay, so what I did here, my create booking is giving me response, and inside the until method only I am deciding what I need to do, return true or false. Okay, so let me run this program and let's see what is the output. Okay, so given null pointer exception, giving at create booking 53. So here we need to be careful again. What is the problem? It's good that this error occurred, and I can show you something. When create booking, when we got 37, right, this is not an even number, so obviously booking creation failed. And once the booking creation is failing, what I am doing, I am returning null, right? So if I am trying to get the response code from null, so obviously it will give me null pointer exception. So what I am going to do here, I am going to have another condition, like if response is not equal to null, okay, not equal to null, or instead of this much code you can say simply print response is not equal to null, then return true as return false. Like simple logic. And what I am going to do after this until execution, I am going to print the body also, so that we can see my response is stored. Okay, so let me run this program and let's see what is the output. So booking creating is successful in one attempt, and we can see it's printing as well. Okay, so let me run the program again so that I can see if it is failing for odd number. Okay, again we are very lucky that we are getting every time even number. So let me run again. At least one time I want to show you 19. Okay, so booking case and failed. 16 is an even number, so it is successful, and we can see we got some booking ID. So using this awaitility, I explained you all three ways, like when you need to call a no argument method, so you can call it, okay, and you can put some logic or if else condition, so that it will decide, okay, whether I need to exit or I need to keep continuing. Okay, and in this here you can, after successful attempt, you can store the return type in some variable and you can use it in some different APIs. So that's it in this video, and it is really a good library to use. Even you can use in Selenium as well, you can use in Retry, and wherever you want to have this type of requirement where to apply retry, so you can use this concept. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please comment on this video, and if you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.